Good morning, everyone. Ethan Stuber here with Stuber Weather Forecasting. It's about 6 a.m. on Monday, May 6th, as I am recording this. We got a couple rounds of severe weather to talk about. It looks like we could see a multi-day severe weather event possible for our area, so let's dive right in and take a look at all the information. So first off, on your screen is the graphic for severe weather, the outlook for severe weather for tomorrow, Tuesday, May 7th. I don't think this is going to be the biggest day, but this is definitely one day that we are going to have to watch. The bigger day right now looks to be setting up for Wednesday, where the Storm Prediction Center already has a day 3 enhanced risk. Just to kind of give you an idea, for day 3 outlooks, the highest the Storm Prediction Center will put out is an enhanced risk. They only put out slight and enhanced risks for day 3 and further out. So we're really going to have to watch Wednesday as these storms move in. A little bit closer to home for Tuesday, though, we do have that slight risk for the entire area, basically along and east of I-57. If we break that down into the categories, everyone's pretty well under a 5% tornado threat. The highest threat will be out in northern Indiana on that. Wind threat, everyone else is in that slight 15 to 29% chance for the wind, for damaging winds. For hail, we do see, again, that 15 to 29% chance, but everyone along and south of I-70 does also have that hatched area, which indicates the potential for maybe some larger than 2-inch in diameter hail for the afternoon on Tuesday. The Colorado State University are machine learning models, these models that are continually learning and getting better. With that, shows much of the similar thing. It suggests maybe just a little bit higher tornado threat, but again, the main tornado threat and potential is off into northern Indiana and western Ohio. Damaging hail, it suggests much of the same thing. It would suggest maybe a 30% risk for damaging hail there, and we would be right on the edge of the day 2 damaging wind risk. So again, I think the highest chances or highest probabilities tomorrow will consist of damaging hail and some damaging winds. As far as Wednesday goes, so far what we've got is, again, the enhanced risk for everyone basically along I-74 and south. So this is a pretty big, expansive enhanced risk. It also includes a hatched area that goes even further than that. So again, Wednesday looks to be the bigger day at this point, and it's something we're really going to have to watch. The Colorado State University machine learning models agree with the same thing. They show a little bit stronger, maybe it suggests maybe a 15% tornado probability for basically everyone along and south of I-70. Same thing, around a 30% probability for damaging hail. And the strongest category by far on this map would be the day 3 damaging wind probability, which would clip basically along Route 50 and south with that purple shading plus the hatched area. So something we're really going to have to watch. What's causing all of this is this big trough that has been digging really far south in the western U.S., this little bubble of cold air. As this moves to the east, this is where our severe weather potential will come from. So today, I didn't pull up the map, but there is a big risk of severe weather, including a moderate risk in the Great Plains states. This is right after where this trough is cutting in. So this is kind of what we would call an ejection zone, or kind of a feeder zone from the energy of the trough. As we keep going into the future, notice here is, we'll stop this now, Tuesday afternoon, about 4 p.m., notice that trough has really cut into the heart of the U.S. With that slight risk, again, right out here. So there's the trough for Tuesday. As we go into the day on Wednesday, the trough continues to push a little bit further east with even a little bit stronger at that point. This is Wednesday afternoon at about the same time. Notice this really deep lobe in the trough, maybe another lobe further off to our north and east. But this will set the stage for a pretty expansive severe weather risk for the day on Wednesday. For severe weather, there's a couple things you need. You need your instability. You need that moisture, that really warm, moist air for the instability. You need the wind shear, and you also need some sort of forcing mechanism or some sort of lift. So we've got all three of those in place. First up on your screen is the dew points, forecast dew points for Tuesday afternoon and then Wednesday. It's going to be downright muggy, folks. You will have a taste of summer as we go through these next couple days with dew points maybe tomorrow afternoon pushing the 70-degree mark. And then much of the same picture by the time we get onto the day on Wednesday, maybe not quite as muggy, but again, still north of 60 degrees is just uncomfortable. So we do have some really warm, moist air getting fed in from that jet stream. It's pulling in that warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico. If we look at energy or CAPE, convective available potential energy, this is the storm juice I always talk about. We've got a lot of it on Tuesday and on the day on Wednesday. It is suggesting around 3,000 joules per kilogram across the area. That is plenty of energy to really get storms going on Tuesday. Same thing on Wednesday. It doesn't suggest it going quite as far north, but again, about 2,000 to 2,500 joules per kilogram across the area on Wednesday. Again, still a lot of energy that the storms will have to tap into. When we look at wind shear, this is just showing how fast the winds will be going at different heights and kind of what directions they'll be going and stuff like that. A lot of wind shear for the day on Tuesday, as well as into the day on Wednesday. Notice Wednesday would be a little bit stronger wind shear. So that's what's driving some of those higher forecast numbers on Wednesday. And finally, this is something I've also I've looked at a couple times, but I don't know if I've talked about it a whole lot. This is what we call the lifted index. And so what this does is this measures the buoyancy of the air, and if for thunderstorm development you want storms need to be able to rise really rapidly so they can expand, and this basically shows how buoyant or how willing the atmosphere is to let those storms rise and continue to grow and strengthen. Anything above about a -4, -5 is really good atmosphere for these storms to start to grow and start to really develop into the potential for some severe weather. And notice Tuesday across our area, we may be looking at numbers around a -9 degrees Celsius, -10, which is just impressive for this area. So we'll really have to watch that on Tuesday, as well as into the day on Wednesday. We have much of those same numbers. We're -8, -9, maybe -10 around the area. So definitely going to have to be something we watch. These storms are going to have a really strong atmosphere to be able to grow in and to develop in. So that's all the individual data. Let's look at the forecast models themselves. So as we go throughout the day today, we look to be in pretty good shape. We may see some scattered showers pop up here or there throughout the day, but nothing really organized in that sense. As we go into the day on Tuesday, our first storm maker is going to be this line of thunderstorms as it decays and moves into the area. If we keep going, we'll stop this. This is now midnight. Notice that line of storms that'll be causing all the severe weather in the Great Plains is moving off to the east and kind of decaying as it moves east. As we go into the morning hours, this is now 7 a.m. on Tuesday. Notice that line of showers and thunderstorms is really broken down a lot as it's moved east, suggesting the closest one for us may be closer to St. Louis. As we go into the daytime hours, I'll stop this at noon now. Notice our next round of thunderstorms will start to develop here in west central Illinois, and that will really be something we have to watch on Tuesday, because again, those thunderstorms will have a really expansive area to grow and develop in. So as we go into the future, notice this is now 2 p.m. rather, maybe suggesting a line of showers and thunderstorms situated more or less along I-57. As that moves east, that will be where we have the potential for some severe weather. This is 4 p.m. on Tuesday. Those storms move out of here by midnight on Tuesday night. So I think Tuesday, the best timing looks to be from the mid to late afternoon, about 2-3 p.m. through about 6 to 7 p.m. looks to be the big timing on Tuesday. We could see some scattered thunderstorms pop up after that. We'll just have to wait and see how the convection moves through on Tuesday morning and Tuesday early afternoon. Our next storm system, though, we'll see you'll develop off to the west. It's now 10 a.m. on Tuesday. On Wednesday, 10 a.m. on Wednesday, this will be our severe weather maker for Wednesday afternoon and evening. So let's switch over to the next model. We're going to pick this up at 1 p.m. on Wednesday. Notice a cluster of showers and thunderstorms west of St. Louis. As it moves further east, this is 4 p.m. on Wednesday, suggesting maybe a really organized line of showers and thunderstorms just east of St. Louis now. By 7 p.m., the storms are right over the heart of the area, and so that's really going to be the time that we'll have to watch for. They should be moved out by midnight. This would be midnight, suggesting all the storms are off to our east. So I think Wednesday, best timing for severe weather potential looks to be from about 3 to 4 in the afternoon until about 9-10 o'clock at night. Maybe even as late as midnight. So definitely something we'll have to watch as we go throughout the next upcoming days. Again, just to recap, a slight risk of severe weather for the area for the day tomorrow. Again, this looks to be mainly centered tomorrow afternoon from about 2 p.m. Till about 10, 11, midnight, give or take. The best chance of severe weather, again, still looks to be Wednesday, where we have all modes of severe weather possible. So stay tuned to this channel and my Facebook page for updates as we get closer to the event.